Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Robert's vlog. And again, for those who are aware of the story, they saw part one. Robert was a hard gainer 2 years ago, extremely skinny, extremely underweight, almost to the point to where he almost looked like he had an eating disorder. He was just rail thin. And this is where we've taken him in 2 years. He is up over 20 kilos in body weight. And again, for Americans, it means, over 44 pounds. It's what we've done. And he hasn't gotten fat. He's gained some fat, but he's not fat. So I run him on a 531, a custom 531 variant. Again, because I run, you either see some upper lowers, we see 531 variants, my orc mode training, or conjugate. Right? That's what we tend to run for my clients. So he got 4 reps on his 1+ week, which again, PR. I think that was over 160 kg for 4 reps. Okay. Back off work, I let him use specialty bars because of his shoulders. Right, so he's using his rackable cambered bar, which I love. I have one of those and I love it. I've hit my heaviest squat ever on that bar, but again, it was a little high. It was a while back. So he does those, and then he does some lunges. We do lunges and then ab work on his squat day. All right. Either have him do lunges or split squats. He prefers lunges. I let him pick. Honestly, there's not a difference. In terms of activation, they're really the same thing. They really are. So he's doing some dumbbell lunges. And again, I think we do up to 5 sets of that. Let me look and see what I have him doing. It might only be 3. No, it's 5. All right, so we do 5 sets of that. So pretty high volume going on here overall. And after that, we bench. He got 4 reps. He got 4 reps on his bench day, on his 1+ set. So everything went up. And in fact, when we get to the press and we get to the deadlift, they did even better. He got 5 reps on each of those. So again, we use the lunges, we finish up the lower body. He does some hanging leg raises after that, and that's his squat day. All right, benching, we ended up again with 4. We ended up with 4 reps. His bench is coming along nicely. Again, bench has been his weakest lift, and a lot of it has to do with just shoulder inflammation and issues we have. Again, he's someone we deload every 4th week. All right, we deload every 4th week for him, which means next week will be a deload. And then again, after that, he does his back off work. Now, he's supposed to be doing dumbbell work on this day, but I think he did something else. I think on his overhead press day, because he did that at home, he used his football bar and just counted it, as similar to dumbbell work. But we do benching, and he's supposed to do benching on this day. And then he is supposed to do pull-ups, which I think we have footage in here, and then dumbbell presses. Right, you're supposed to do dumbbell presses, but I think he subbed those out on the overhead day. And again, sometimes we vary a little bit with Robbie with what he does because he's got access to a couple different gyms, and he may very well have done the dumbbell work that day and just didn't tell me. That occasionally happens with my guys. Of course, then he does pull-ups. Right, we do pull-ups. All right, overhead press day. He came in and rocked 5 reps at 95% of his training max. It means that training max is wrong. And he just cleaned these up. All right, this isn't even out of a rack. A lot of times he likes to do these at home, and we just clean them off the ground. And it just helps you be more athletic. Helps you be more athletic. A lot of people are like, well, this is a bent press. Well, no, it's just that's the way a standing press can be done. It's still strict. There's no leg drive. But here's the thing I want you guys to note. Look how skinny he was when we started. Now look at him here benching. Look how much thicker he's gotten. All right. Notice the triceps. Notice the forearms all coming up. This guy used to look like a toothpick. Right, just that overall thickness. Overall thickness. I build orc warriors. All right. Afterwards, he's doing some rear delt flies, just again to make sure the whole rear delts and everything get worked. Pretty important. Pretty important stuff. to keep his shoulder work on point. And again, the rear delt work does that. It works everything. Like rear delt flies, people forget that they actually work the side delts. If you went off of EMG, they work the side delts almost as hard as they work as lateral raises do. Close enough on EMGs that you really can't distinguish the two. You really can't say for certain one is considerably better than the other. All right, deadlifts, he was on fire. For those curious what I mean by on fire, 210 kilos for 5 reps. And he does that beltless, not that it's worth bonus points. Right? Not that it's worth bonus points, but we are noting it. He does it beltless. All right. Which is awesome. Beltless and hook grip. All right, afterwards he does back off work. 5 sets of 10. Now I have him do hyper extensions when he's at the other gym there, but because he was home, instead he's like, well, I'm not at that gym for this deadlift day this time. So he did an exercise I used to have him do all the time for prehab, for again, tendons, lower back and everything. He just did a banded good morning for very, very, very high reps and did a few sets of those. But we only have room for put 1 set on film, and you guys will see it takes quite a while. This is something I have a lot of my novices do who need a lot of work capacity in the low back. This is something I have people do who don't have a reverse hyper, who have any history of low back fatigue, injuries, things like that. Right? This is one of the exercises I like to have them do. Is a prehab type tool and an active recovery tool. So in this case, he's just doing it at the end of his deadlift session. It'll actually have a restorative effect. Right? It'll help his low back recover while still potentially building a little bit off the back end of the deadlift. And I'll just let you guys finish out watching this. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.